And by the way, out there, that hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country.
So I'm nervous about saying anything against Biden because I feel, not that I have so much power, and you have some more than I do, obviously, but...
Oh, I don't know about that.
Are you afraid that you might, influence people who are on the fence?
I think you lose all credibility. I mean, my bond with my audience has always been I don't pull a punch.
Yeah.
My bond with my audience is you're not going to like everything I say, but you know I'm saying what I really think is true. Biden just presents as old. It's not really fair.
No.
Because he's almost the same age. Trump is almost the same age as him.
I know.
But Trump doesn't present that way. You look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up. I mean, we are not young, but we don't present as old.
Yeah.
Biden does. I saw him yesterday making that speech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, he's cadaver-like.
But his brain is good. He's still great.
Country.
If it's got a dick, it's probably a boy.
Well, again, the people that go through it don't say this is the life I want. No parent wants to be in the midst of those choices.
Children don't know shit about anything. Yes, sometimes it is obvious, and we should address it that way. But kids, Christ almighty.
That red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we see it anyway.
Well, I think some people resent the question. Like, what don't you get? Look, I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country, and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
A conservative once said to me, what you guys in the liberal side of it don't get about Donald Trump is we don't like him either.
Yeah.
It's just that in this country, it's binary. They see Donald Trump as a bulwark against, and that stuff is a lot closer to the home. My kid is coming home from school, and they're not allowed to tell me if they're transitioning. The school is going to take the side of the kid over the parent, stuff like that. There is a lot of crazy stuff on the left. That's the answer to the Donald Trump
They hate
part
inflation, they hate riots, and they hate black women.
And
they hate trans people.
Oh, God, John, we're not
Dude,
gonna...
they just spent hundreds of millions of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black
trans people. And that's disgusting.
Yeah,
That
we
is-
shouldn't talk
I
about it.
remember one older woman who was very anti-immigration, and I remember she drove me batty. But I feel like I zinged her a couple of times. I was like, "You're an old lady." I think that was the height of my repartee.
Yeah, but who looks stupid now?
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
No, I mean, I think the whole country, even unless you're like stupid woke, I hope you're not, but it is Hollywood.
Somewhat stupid.
If it's got a dick, it's probably a boy.
Well, again, the people that go through it don't say this is the life I want. No parent wants to be in the midst of those choices.
Children don't know shit about anything. Yes, sometimes it is obvious, and we should address it that way. But kids, Christ almighty.
Bill Maher's appearance on The View took an explosive turn when he faced off against Joy Behar over her controversial remark comparing MAGA hats to swastikas. Behar's claims sparked immediate pushback from Maher, whose sharp wit and unfiltered opinions left the audience captivated. Maher argued that such comparisons trivialize the horrors of the Nazis and alienate millions of Americans who support Trump for reasons unrelated to hate. He emphasized the importance of fostering dialogue rather than creating deeper divisions. Sunny Hostin jumped in to clarify Behar's point, arguing that the MAGA hat represents division and hate for many people, especially minorities. Maher acknowledged the power of symbols, but stressed that equating a MAGA hat to a swastika shuts down dialogue and fails to address the real concerns of Trump voters. He pointed out that demonizing half the country is counterproductive and deepens polarization. Whoopi Goldberg attempted to mediate, acknowledging that Trump stirred up divisiveness, but urging the panel to consider the complexities of why people vote. Maher supported this, adding that many Trump supporters see him as a reaction to cultural overreach. While they may not fully support him, they view him as a defense against policies they find extreme. He emphasized the need to understand these voters rather than vilify them. The conversation shifted to President Joe Biden when Behar admitted she hesitates to criticize him publicly out of fear it might help Trump. Maher seized on this, calling it political cowardice. He argued that failing to hold leaders accountable undermines credibility and integrity. Sarah Haynes raised concerns about playing into Republican talking points, but Maher countered that honesty is more important than fear of criticism. He insisted that expecting better from Biden doesn't equate to endorsing Trump. The discussion then moved to the cultural divide in America. Maher criticized the far left for pushing ideas that feel out of touch to many Americans, citing issues like defunding the police, men getting pregnant, and cancel culture. Behar argued that these ideas are exaggerated by the right to create fear, but Maher responded that perception matters. He stressed that focusing on economic and safety concerns would resonate more with voters than woke priorities. Throughout the debate, the audience reacted with applause and murmurs, reflecting the divide within the room. Clips of the exchange quickly went viral online, sparking discussions across social media. While some viewers praised Maher for his balanced approach, others accused him of being too lenient on Trump supporters. His comments on cancel culture resonated strongly, as he warned against the dangers of silencing dissent within one's own political side. The tension in the room was palpable as the conversation drew to a close. Behar, though visibly frustrated, acknowledged that Maher had a point about not alienating those with differing opinions. Maher emphasized the importance of fostering understanding rather than perpetuating division. His final words left a lasting impression on both the panel and viewers. Let's argue, let's disagree, but let's stop vilifying each other. This country is tearing itself apart, and the only way forward is through understanding, not division. The exchange showcased Maher's ability to tackle tough topics with nuance and honesty. His appearance on The View served as a microcosm of the cultural and political tensions in America, highlighting his unique role as a commentator willing to hold both sides accountable. Whether you agree with him or not, Maher's insistence on challenging hypocrisies and fostering honest conversations remains a refreshing voice in today's polarized climate.